So I picked up a new cooler for the shop or the house, one of the two. It's a reefer unit off of a refrigeration truck or trailer, I guess, really. But really, it's just the little engine that I'm going to steal. Well, I say that. If it blows cold air, it's going to be conflicting on what to do with it. But anyway, little reefer engine is what's in, oh, you can't see it, skid steer that we had before we ever moved out here even. And it was in way worse shape than this one, all rusted up and a lot of words to say. We blew it up. So I brought the jump box to jump this and see if we can get it to start. I don't have a clue how it works or anything, so we'll figure this out all at the same time. I'm gonna go push a bunch of buttons. Well, that's kind of cool. It runs. I'm gonna see where the where that line is that's dripping water all over the place. It goes to. Those are fuel inlet and outlet, and I just ran out of fuel. So that was the extent of that thing running for mostly today, probably. Yeah, so it runs and runs itself out of fuel if you don't have a fuel tank for it. Might take a few minutes and see if I can find a bucket and get it running again just to make sure that it runs okay. I might not too. We'll find out. It'll be fun for everybody. But generally hoping to rip that out of there really quick and put it in the skid. I just don't know what day that's going to be. I really want to get the shop finished and moved in this weekend, so maybe this will be one of the first projects in the shop. I don't know. We'll find out. Who knows? Maybe it'll sit in the corner for 5 years and collect dust, or cool the shop or house. It's move-in day, I think, because most everything that I'm going to move in is going to go on this side, obviously, because we kind of want to keep the two bays open, which open is relative with all my garbage already in here. So as well as moving, there's going to be lots of cleanup, and I think amongst the first things that I move will be some shelving units that go in here to try to store some of the things that I do want to keep in here. I'm going to try to keep most of the spare parts, pivot parts, tractor parts, all the spare, those things in the bird poop barn, because they don't much matter if they get bird poop on them. Yeah, just try to keep the excess stuff up there. One day, I think I'm going to get a 40-foot container for down here so that things are actually close, and put and put it right in here, I think. Undecided where it's gonna go, but so yeah, 40-foot container for spare metal, spare parts, and put shelving in and kind of keep things organized. But for now, we're gonna clean the mud and extra parts, my working area up, bring shelving, bring lathe, bring the toolbox is the biggest. When we moved that from Boise, that was a bit of a production. We put it in the camp trailer slash cargo hauler up there, and it was all we could do to keep on that tiny little angle of a ramp to keep it from rolling out of control out of the trailer. Because yeah, we moved it full of tools, because what are you gonna do, unload all the tools? That's silly extra work. So I'll probably use the loader, the front end. The front loader is actually controllable and doesn't do big jerks like the little red tractor. It probably doesn't look as big as, anyway, loader doesn't really agree with bird poop shop, doesn't fit, but precision or happy accident, there's just the tiniest bit of clearance between there. So gonna grab this first. So technically, other shop, I could drive the loader straight in and use this to put it where it needs to go, but with no ramp getting onto the main pad, I don't want incredibly heavy loader to crack my new concrete, potentially. So I'm gonna wait till I get a ramp to help ease onto the pad in the shop, and we'll hand off the little red tractor, because this isn't that much weight. But anyway, first thing we're gonna grab some, probably put some chain under and see if I can just pick it up out of here without having to move my incredible giant mess. So this will be the trick. The goal, something, is not make the other one look like this. I know it's already starting to look like this, but is what it is. Okay, be right back.
Scary. That's the first time I've ever driven the loader by myself, but it's back here on its concrete pad, so I'm going to call that a win. I'm going to go shut off the battery disconnect and close the door and see what else we can get done. So, stay tuned. So this is what happens when Sam lets Brandy drive the tractor and try to control the forks with the joystick, because this is why the loader is awesome. It wasn't smooth driving necessarily, but I am much smoother at controlling the forks on the loader than I am on this. And for some reason, and it's probably just me and not learning how to use it yet, but trying to curl up, I miss the part where it goes slow and it just goes all the way up and slams up, which is what happened here. So when the forks flipped up, it was, I don't know if the welder was on the edge of the fork, so it just tipped it over, or I don't know what happened for sure, but obviously nothing good happened here. But
the forks were right about here.
Oh, okay.
So raising it, flipped
Pitched it. Yeah.
I missed catching it.
You tried.
Yeah, no, that's why the tractor loaders are just, they're good.
They are good. I am not.
Cable
Yeah.
controlling a valve, and the cables get sticky, and
Yeah.
that one's extremely sticky.
But luckily Sam followed his own advice, and he always tells me when stuff's trying to fall, just get out of the way, which,
It's not the whole words.
well, those are the only words I can put on YouTube.
Yeah.
So he did try to catch it, and then I just kept tipping the forks,
The
so.
lock on the curl works very well.
It does, and it goes straight to lock, and you don't get to stop it until it gets there. I don't know how to stop it until it gets there, so. I am gonna help Sam lift up the loader, or not the loader, the welder. Oh, nope, never mind, I'm not. He obviously doesn't need my help. But yeah, so first major moving mishap, and this is what happens. So, hopefully no major irreparable damage was done. Luckily the bottle didn't blow apart, which we're super thankful for. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Stay tuned. So Sam went through it, took all the panels off, tried to straighten out some of the bent metal. Just plugged it in and turned it on, which our 220 plugs work, which is awesome. Not that I ever had any doubts, but I think this is the first thing we've plugged into them. So, turned it on. It looks like all the computery parts know that it's a welder. So now we're gonna try to put the bottle on it. I found this random scrap of metal, and we'll see if it'll weld. So fingers crossed. And we thought the regulator had survived, but it's a little different shape than it was when it came from the factory, so Sam will have to get a new one of those. But again, just for a quick test, we're gonna see what it'll do. So open the bottle and no loud hissing or any scary sounds came out, so that's always a plus. I'm gonna just stand here where I can close my eyes and we'll see what happens.
You ready?
Mm-hmm. It's not doing anything? Uh-oh.
That is the ground. That is hooked up. There.
Oh, that sounded like it did something.
Yeah, I just put it on the ground clamp.
Oh.
Because I was going to say, this is rusty as crap.
Yeah, no, it's super.
Well.
Do you want me to get the wire brush?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to find that little bend that I screwed up. And we're going to weld this.
What kind of metal is that? We're gonna burn holes in this. What is it? Is it aluminum?
No, it's, I don't know if it's galvanized, so.
Oh, so don't breathe?
Don't breathe.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds sparkly.
Yeah, once it either got our gas out, I'm gonna look at the little ball in there.
Oh, sorry. The ball. Oh!
Yeah. Regulator works. I just get a gauge for it.
That's funny. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Takes a lick and keeps on ticking. Good job, little guy. Okay, so you may notice the big chunks of mud and piles of dirt are gone. The welder has moved. The compressor is in its forever home. The lathe is in its forever home. It's not hooked up yet, but I think all you have to do is just plug it into the wall pretty much. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. So, not sure where the welder's gonna live, but we'll find a place for it. The toolbox is in here, the welding cart's in here, the other welder's in here. What else did we, is that all we brought in today?
Yeah, cleaning this.
Oh, yeah, so the lathe, I don't know if we ever really got a good picture of it before. I tried to scrape off a bunch of the crud and bird poo and everything, but took it out and tried to clean it off the best we could, so to me that's very impressive, but that was a lot of work, and that's the nicest part is this thing actually goes back and forth. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow we can get some shelving up in here. And yeah, but just having the floor clean is huge. So it's so echoey in here still.
It's gonna always be, I think.
Yeah. What were you pointing at?
This floor clean in there.
Well, no,
Work pile.
the dirt floor clean, not the stuff off the floor clean. But
Yeah, things will actually roll.
yeah, and hopefully once we get shelves, we can get a lot of the stuff that's on the floor on a shelf or kind of organized in some way. And if the wind would ever stop blowing, we could probably burn a lot of our cardboard and that would make that look cleaner. So anyway, it's always funny when it doesn't look like as much as the effort that you put into it, but this was a lot of work, so we're proud of ourselves. You should be proud of us too. It's pretty loud, so I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to hear, but this is the next step of the move-in process. We are moving some of the shelving from the shop up above down to the new shop. Of course, it's been in the old shop for the last 3 years, so it's covered in bird crap, so we're trying to make everything in the new shop stay as nice and clean and neat and organized as we can, so that means pressure washing off all of the pieces of the shelving before we take it in. So that's Sam's job right now. Does not look very fun, but it needs to be done, so we're doing it. So this is kind of our tentative first placement of the shelves. Trying to decide if we need it closer or farther from the compressor, and may have to raise that bottom orange, I don't know what it is, rail, because we want to make sure that there's room underneath to put Costco totes and stuff underneath it. So we'll keep you posted. So I don't think we showed, but this is the shelving all put together, and the toolbox is there for now, and we've got some things on the shelf, and there's our Costco tote that's going to fit underneath it. We can also fit a 5-gallon bucket under it, so we are very excited about the shelving opportunities. That's where we're at for now. Thanks for watching.